Alright, my fellow agents, as all of you know by now, we are in the middle of the Crossroads Apparel event, and we have the Guardians Global event beginning tomorrow, so I figured as we start off the week, I would highlight one of my favorite run and gun builds in the game. Now, I know for many of you out there, you are still on the hunt for certain exotics that just have eluded you this entire time, so you've asked me to put together a build with no exotics whatsoever, so that's exactly what I'm bringing you today. Now, as always, I'm not going to waste your time. We're jumping right into the build breakdown, starting with the specialization. You can see I'm using Gunner, and I'm using that for a bunch of different reasons. First of all, you get some extra armor on kill. You also get a reload speed increase, but the main reason is because when you have this specialization equipped, you have access to the Banshee Pulse, and depending on what I'm doing in the game, I do like having the option to switch to that skill if I want to. Finally, remember, regardless of which specialization you choose, have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. My primary weapon for this build is the Banshee SMG. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite weapons in the game. Now, you do have a lot of options. If you have Lady Death, you could roll with that. But once again, if you don't have certain exotics, this is a great one to choose. Now, you can see I'm using the talent Close and Personal. Killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds, which is a lifetime in this game. And one thing you're going to notice with the talents on my weapon, my chest, my backpack, it's all synergized, right? The gear set as well, because this is about running and gunning. You're getting very close to NPCs, so you want to make sure you adjust your gameplay accordingly. Now for my secondary, it's the ACS-12, and you can see I'm also using that Close and Personal talent. Again, one of my favorites in the game. Handgun is up to you, my friends. I really don't touch it with this build. Now moving on to the gear itself, you can see I'm running 4 Hunter's Fury and 2 Sokolov. Starting with the mask, it is the first of 4 pieces of the Hunter's Fury gear set. We're running all 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses. 2 pieces 15% shotgun and SMG damage. 3 pieces 20% armor on kill and 50% health on kill. And 4 pieces Apex Predator. Now, one thing you've heard me say so many different times at the channel is that if you are new to a run and gun build, this is the gear set you want to use, because with that talent, enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. And remember, because you are getting so close to NPCs with the talent on your weapon, you will have this talent running pretty much non-stop. Moving on to the body armor, it's the 1 piece of Sokolov. Now we're running 2, so we get that extra SMG damage bonus and crit hit damage bonus as well. You can see I'm using the talent Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, you're going to gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 9. Each stack is going to increase weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. Again, all of these talents do work well with each other. One thing I want to point out really quick is you'll notice that top attribute is headshot damage. To be honest with you, I do not need that with this build. My goal is to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. However, I just can't find a double crit Sokolov piece of body armor with Intimidate on the chest. Y'all know the struggle is real. So obviously, we have to make do with what we have, right? Moving on to the rest of the gear, we have the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves. They are the 3 remaining pieces of the Hunter's Fury gear set, and on a few of these pieces, I have switched the core attribute to armor because I do want a little more survivability. I'm sitting at 1.1 million. You may want more, you may want less. It's completely and totally up to you. Again, remember, this is just a template. So take that moment, make a build your own. Finally, my friends, we have the backpack. It is the 2nd piece of Sokolov that is going to give us an extra 15% crit hit damage, and you can see I'm using the talent Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10. Moving on to the skills, you can see I'm using the Crusader Shield just in case things get sideways, as well as either the Banshee Pulse or in this case the Assault Drone. When we look at my numbers, you can see I'm sitting at 54% crit hit chance. Remember, the max is 60 and 153.9 crit hit damage. I want to also mention that those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but also having a Shade Watch of level 1000. Hope this video helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, as I start to wrap this video up, my fellow agents, you're going to see some gameplay footage on screen, and I'm getting your messages about bugs. Like you can see here, I'm lighting that NPC up. It takes, 5 seconds for any of the hits to register. You are not alone in dealing with that issue. I know a lot of you out there, including myself. We are all hoping we hear something from the game soon. We check the Trello board, there's no update, and here at the channel, I will always keep you posted on any new information the game passes along. But to be honest with you, my friends, I don't have anything to share with you right now. In regard to updates or news or bug fixes, things like that. Now, you've noticed, I'm sure, over the last week and a half, I am starting to cover the first Descendant at the channel, but I want to once again make something abundantly clear. I will never stop covering this game at the channel. I still enjoy it. Obviously, there are a ton of things we want fixed. We still have questions about how Year 6 Season 2 is going to work, and until I have news information to actually pass along, I'm going to still bring you those build videos like you're seeing today, farming videos as well. If you have any requests, please let me know in the comment section down below. That is going to do it for my part. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Hostile control point nearby. Supply room access unlocked.